In the heart of a mighty kingdom, nestled between rivers that shimmered like silver and mountains that touched the heavens, lived a young man named Eliab. He was a humble shepherd, clothed in worn linen, yet his eyes carried the light of wonder. Though unseen by most, Eliab spoke often to the God of Israel beneath the stars, trusting him in the silence of the hills. But beyond the mountains, a neighboring empire, vast and ruthless, had begun its march. Villages fell, men were taken, and temples burned. Fear crept into every heart. Even the mighty King Adoniram, known for his power and wisdom, stood on trembling knees as news reached the palace. In his golden chamber, Adoniram fell face down before his gods of stone and gold. But they were silent. "Where is victory?" he cried. "Where is strength?" An old prophet named Jachin, rarely summoned, entered the room quietly and said, "Your throne may be high, O king, but there is one whose throne is higher. You must remember the words of David." "What words?" the king asked. Jachin's eyes gleamed with fire. "Thine, O Lord, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the victory and the majesty. All that is in heaven and earth belongs to him. You are only a steward of what is already his." The king turned away bitterly. "What good is poetry when swords rise against me?" Meanwhile, Eliab stood in the valley near his flock, watching the clouds gather. He had seen the signs, he knew war would soon come. But rather than run or fight with stone and sling, he fell to his knees. "Thine, O Lord," he whispered, "is the kingdom. If you choose to save, no army can stop you. And if you choose to let the enemy come, still I will trust you. For you are exalted above all." A wind stirred. The sheep grew still. And in the silence, Eliab felt the presence of the Almighty. The army of the empire surrounded the capital city. Trumpets sounded, warriors prepared. But just as the king stood to make his last speech, Eliab arrived, dirt on his robe, breath short, a scroll in hand. "I have no sword," he said, "but I come with a word from the Lord." He opened the scroll and read aloud for all to hear. "Thine, O Lord, is the greatness, and the power, and the glory, and the victory, and the majesty. For all that is in the heaven and in the earth is thine. Thine is the kingdom, O Lord. And thou art exalted as head above all." As he spoke, thunder cracked. The skies turned gold and grey. A blinding light broke through the clouds, and from the mountains, a sound like 1,000 chariots shook the earth. The enemy, bewildered and terrified, turned on each other in confusion. Within hours, they had scattered. The city was untouched. King Adoniram wept as he knelt beside Eliab. "You have reminded us," he said, "that our strength lies not in armies or riches, but in surrender to the God who rules all." And from that day forward, the verse was inscribed above every gate and carved into every wall. "Thine, O Lord, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the victory and the majesty." Not as decoration, but as truth. A testimony to a kingdom not built by hands.